Hey guys, this is Jason Creel and this is The Lawn Care Life. I wanted to talk to you about 5 practical, common sense things that you need to think about when you're starting a lawn care business. And I want to talk about these in a specific order. I think there's some significance to the order that's important to the success of your lawn care business. So if you're looking to start a lawn care business, or maybe you started one recently and you want to see how, if you did things right or if you can make it better, then this is the video for you. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm going to start the video with the boring part of the lawn care business, and not that I want to make the video boring, but there's some things that you need to get out of the way when you go to start a lawn care business, and in my opinion these are the things you need to do first. And those are things like choosing a business name, going and getting a bank account in your business name, ordering some checks with your business name on it. You know, these things that say, hey, you know what, I am in business now. Going and getting a business license at your local city hall. So these are things that are not exciting. They don't make money. They probably actually cost you money many times. But these are things that you need to do to be a legit business. And in that sense, you know what? I think there's some truth to a lot of times people, when they're hesitant to start a business or start a lawn care business, when you go and you buy that business license, or you open and then you go and you open that checking account in your new business name, it kind of is a step for you, kind of a no looking back step. Not that you couldn't quit later, but once you put a little money down and you've got a bank account with your business name on it, to me that's an important step of you moving forward and just being legal and getting all this stuff out of the way so we can get down to the important stuff. The number 2 thing I want you to think about when you're starting a lawn care business: once you've got your name, you got your business account, got a business license, now let's get some marketing materials. You know, I think about it like this. If we were going to open up a restaurant, and I know we're talking about lawn care business, not restaurant, but let's say we was going to open up a restaurant, and we decided we're going to sell hamburgers. And so we rent out this vacant building in our town, and we just start cooking hamburgers, you know, and say, okay, we're cooking them and we'll hope the people come. Well, to me that doesn't make a lot of sense. You don't see restaurants do that. What happens when there's going to be a new restaurant open? Well, they start months before the opening letting you know that this restaurant's coming, and there's those big sign up saying, you know, opening soon, and they start doing online marketing letting you know that this thing's going to open. And then when it opens, there's the grand opening. They're trying to draw as much attention as they can to this restaurant. Well, again, we're not opening a restaurant, but in the same way, sometimes I feel like lawn care businesses, what they do is they say, you know what, I'm going to start a lawn care business, so I'm just going to, you know, I've got me a lawnmower, I'm just going to go out there and start cutting my neighbor's yard, and maybe I'll cut the one beside him, and I got another one. And that's fine. I'm not saying you can't start small and you can't start part-time, you can't do any of that. But to me, it makes a lot of sense to go ahead and put yourself out there and let people know what you're doing, whether that be online, talking to your family members, saying, hey, everybody, I'm starting a lawn care business. Matter of fact, I've already got my business license, I've got a checking account, I've named my lawn business this. Let me show you my business card and give you this, you know, and it just gives you some legitimacy where even a family member, if you're just out there and you say, you know, well, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of cutting a few yards on the side, but you know, they're going to have a hard time taking you serious. But if you say, hey, look at me, I've got my business cards printed up. So that's the whole point of this second one, is getting some marketing materials. So like that restaurant, letting people know, hey, I'm legit. I'm going for this. You can trust me. I'm not looking back. So once you have your name and all that, now you put it on a business card, you're handing those out, you started a Facebook page, you may be looking into getting a website for your business, different things like that. You've got some postcards printed up or door hangers, things that say, hey, I'm a legitimate business. Maybe you got some nice decals on your truck, you need to get a nice logo, things like this that scream, this guy is in it to stay, he's in it for real, and we can take him serious. And you know what, I could see helping him out and helping him get started. Where the opposite, if you just take things so nonchalant, I'm just going to start cutting a few yards, maybe I'll get a logo later, maybe I'll do a little marketing later. I don't have any business cards, or anything like that. Then it's not that you can't do the work. It's just the perception that gives a potential customer. Even if it's somebody that knows you, they're just like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like he's going at this thing very serious to me. So I don't know if I'm ready to hand over my lawn to his care. Number 3 thing I want you to consider when you're starting a lawn care business is having a plan. Okay, so you got the boring stuff out of the way, the legal stuff, you've gotten some marketing materials, you got a logo, you got your decals on your truck, I've got some business cards. Now what are we trying to accomplish with this? Honestly, the plan can be something that you could put number 1, but at least by this time to think, what am I trying to do long term here? Do I want to have a side business and keep a full-time job? Do I want to try to grow this thing to be big one day, have multiple crews? Am I focused strictly on mowing, or would I like to get into landscaping or weed control and fertilization? Or what is the plan? What is this thing going to look like 5 years from now? Sometimes people don't know what it's going to look like 6 months from now, and so sometimes the goal 6 months from now is just, I got to make it this first year. I just got to survive. I got to get some business rolling in, making some money. And that's the mentality I've always taken. But at the same time, if you get past that step, you just think, where are we going and what is this thing going to look like? So let me give you an example. For me, I'm doing weed control and fertilization business. I'm just now this year bringing on a second truck. So I've got a second truck, a guy hired, is going to work part-time. Hopefully next year I can get a full-time employee, so I have 2 full-time trucks. Hopefully the year after that I can get a 3rd truck. And when I get to 3 trucks, I want to start backing off myself from the labor and start managing the company a little bit. And my goal is to grow this thing to several trucks, to where eventually I can sort of oversee the company. Of course, I plan to always be involved, but that's kind of my vision of where I'm taking it. Weed control and fertilization company that has multiple trucks running, with me sort of overseeing it down the road. Now, I'm not there yet, but at least I have a vision of where I'm trying to go. That may not be your vision, but at least to have some sort of plan of what I'm trying to do. And if that plan is, it's me out here cutting grass by myself, I want to work by myself, then that's fine. But at least know where you're going so you'll have some idea of how to get there. Okay, number 4 thing we're going to talk about is the equipment. Now, when you're starting a lawn care business, once you know kind of what your plan is and you've got everything set up, and you're thinking, you know what, I've got to have some equipment to get out there and do the work. So if I'm starting off a mowing business, one of the things I want to do, and what I try to encourage people to do is, don't go crazy on the equipment, especially if you got a lot of money, then you can go buy what you want. But I try to encourage people, start reasonable. If you can go get one 0-turn mower, I like somewhere between a 48 to 54 inch mower that seems to be a real versatile size that you can do a lot of things with. And then, get you a trailer, a 5x10, 6x10, 5x12, 6x12, something in that range will allow you to be able to put a 0-turn mower on there along with a push mower. I prefer personally to go buy new handheld equipment so you can get your string trimmer, edger, blower, those kind of things. And now you really are legit. You've got the marketing materials in place. You've got your equipment, and you're ready that if somebody calls you tomorrow to do some work, you can actually go out there and do it, okay? The number 5 thing when it comes to starting a lawn care business is you got to go after the business, okay? You got the equipment, you got everything set up. And some people, I feel like they're just not aggressive enough in going after the business. Like I said, in my first year in the business, I take sort of a survivor's mentality that I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make it this first year. And for me, that has meant working a part-time job alongside with starting my business. Maybe you're in a job and you're wanting to start your lawn business on the side until it gets established. But you understand that it can be tough your first year. I mean, you want to do these things right, have a good business image, do your marketing the best you can, but still, as a new business, you're going to probably have a more difficult time getting the customers. So let's just say you want to put in 50 hours worth of marketing your first year. Well, for you, that might mean putting out door hangers, that might mean knocking on doors, that might mean doing online things to market your business. Well, in 50 hours your first year, let's just say you get 50 customers. And maybe that sounds good, maybe it sounds bad. I don't know. I think that would be pretty good year, honestly, to get started in your first year. Well, in your 5th year, you might spend 50 hours and you might get 150 customers, because you're established, you're getting referrals, the word of mouth thing's starting to happen. I mean, a lot of things start to go your way. So don't be discouraged in your first year. I think you got to go in with this mindset that, you know what, this isn't going to be easy the first year, but I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get through this first year, knowing that, hey, next year is going to be easier. And once I get this thing established, because you have a plan, because you know where you're going, it can help you persevere through that first year and get started. All right, so I hope this is some helpful tips on starting your lawn care business. I have resources on my website, start-lawncarebusiness.com. Some are free, some are not free. If you're interested in those, there's also tons of videos on YouTube that can help you get started. If you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. I continue to provide helpful content for those looking to succeed in the lawn care business. Feel free to leave a comment below. What's your biggest challenge in starting out if you're looking to start out? And if you want to add to this list, maybe you started and what am I leaving out? What would you tell somebody who's starting out in the lawn care business? Leave it in the comments below. Thanks a lot.